I wish to clarify a number of issues with the public. I wish to inform you of the following. Councillor Megan McBride and Councillor Michael Colin McAlasbick have been the only two councillors that have supported me in Donegal County Council since the formation of this new council in 2019. And in particular, they have supported me with the MICA issue on a daily basis. I can't say that for other councillors, and I wish to clarify the following points. There's been some very serious allegations made, in my opinion, against me and Councillor McBride and Councillor Michael Colin McAlasbick in the last number of weeks, and in particular the last full council meeting on Monday. These allegations predominantly have been made by the following councillors: Councillor Nicholas Crossan, Councillor Tom Conahan, Councillor Michael McLafferty, and Councillor Liam Blaney. And I wish to clarify these following points. Councillor Blaney in particular has made some very serious allegations, in my opinion, against me personally, but hasn't named me. Similar to Councillor Crossan, similar to Councillor Tom Conahan, and in particular at Monday's meeting, Councillor Michael McLafferty. Councillor Michael McLafferty accused myself and Councillor Michael Colin McAlasbick, but didn't name us, but accused us of bullying people. This is further from the truth. These people have deliberately, in my opinion, made these allegations to try and stop us raising the important issues concerning MICA and the answers that we should be getting from the executive. They've basically stopped us trying to bring out this information in the public interest. The Mayor has done his best to deal with the meetings going forward, but I feel at this stage the Mayor should have taken action against these councillors and others who have deliberately tried to stop myself and Councillor McBride and Councillor McAlasbick raising these important issues. Councillor Tom Conahan in particular made some very serious allegations, and he described that between 4, 5 and 6 councillors were deliberately trying to take down the council. This is further from the truth. Councillor Conahan very seldom speaks in the council chamber, and when he does speak, it's usually an attack on me personally, but he doesn't name me in the council meetings due to the fear of legal recourse that I may take against certain members going forward. I was somewhat shocked at Councillor McLafferty's allegations because I've never had any problems with Councillor McLafferty in my life. And I can't understand what his position was on Monday. Now, Nicholas Crossan, the former mayor of the county, in his negotiations at the beginning of this council, made sure that I wouldn't be a member of the SPC for housing. And that was agreed before any negotiations were concluded, that myself and Councillor Michael Colin McAlasbick would become members of the SPC for housing. And I feel that I was deliberately left out of being part of the SPC for housing due to the fact that I would ask the serious questions that need to be answered in that SPC and in the council in general. Now, I've asked numerous questions and emails. I have a paper trail longer than the road to Lifford, and I'm not getting answers from the executive. And I feel at this stage the real reason that members supported each other in voting, 30 members in total, voting to adjourn the meeting, was a deliberate attempt to stop me from asking the important questions that the public deserve to have. And the issue here is that the public are being denied access to public documents concerning the whole issue of procurement tendering processes, and accountability why the council bought 5 properties in Buncrana which they knew were infected by mica. And I think this is totally unacceptable. And I think that the members who are trying to stop me from asking these questions should now give answers to the public why they are doing this. They make allegations about the conduct of councillors. Well, I can assure the public that I have broken no rules on Donegal County Council or in any meeting of Donegal County Council, and I have made no accusations against anyone. All I have been doing over the last 12 years on the council I have been asking the questions that many others don't ask. And I will continue to ask these questions. Now I want to deal with the issue of Monday's meeting. Monday's meeting, in my opinion, is probably one of the most important meetings. The adjourned meeting is probably one of the most important issues that will ever come before the chamber and come before the public. This meeting must hold the legal advice on 4A and 4B of the agenda, which is to do with the 5 council houses that Donegal County Council now own, which they purchased from homeowners. These 5 houses were bought knowing that they had mica, and the legal advice on this needs to be made public and needs to be debated in public. Also 4B, the procurement process and the fact that Donegal County Council are still buying products from Cassidy's and other manufacturers that are not giving us as a council a 100% guarantee that their products are up to the standards, where we won't be left with further issues concerning defective concrete, defective blocks or defective concrete products. Now, I fully support Paddy Diver in his campaign, but what I can't support is a negotiation with a government that has failed us, the victims in particular of mica. And my family and I are victims of mica also. We discovered back a number of years ago, due to the fact that we purchased a lot of products of Cassidy's over many years, that our homes now have mica also. And the working group that has been set up by government, in my opinion, they will not deliver 100% of everything. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Paddy, who is genuine in my opinion, will deliver 100% of everything. But from my experience dealing with the state over the last 25 years, I doubt it. But I wish Paddy all the best, and he has my full support, 100% of my support in what he's trying to achieve. But it is my opinion that the only way to achieve 100% of justice is in the courts. And that's when the government then will start properly listening to us, the victims, in this scandal. And in this scandal that has been created by the political establishment, in my opinion. And we must stand together in the legal action taken by us, the people, against the Irish government, to hold them to account for the position we find ourselves in today, which is of no fault of our own. And finally, I would say this: I would encourage everyone to protest outside the headquarters of Donegal County Council in our capital town of Lifford, and if necessary, make this into a civil rights issue, which in my opinion this is now a civil rights issue. And if necessary, block the whole town of Lifford, block the bridge, until Donegal County Council and government listen to our rights. And the final issue is that no engineer or no government or Donegal County Council should be forcing us down the route of remedial works. Option 1 should be the only option open to us, which is demolition. And our homes should be rebuilt, our properties should be rebuilt, commercial properties, holiday homes. The government must stand up